हिंदी फिल्मों का दूसरा नाम था अमिताभ बच्चन पिक्चर। Oh, he used to tell Tabu, "अरे Tabu, don't worry, I know what he does. No expression, just stand, deliver, go." She was such a rare इंसान थी जो अमिताभ बच्चन को इंटिमिडेट कर सकती थी। I literally forced him to do the film.
Radio Nasha.
What an idea, sir जी।
Yeah.
सर ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट भी अगेन बहुत कमाल का था बिकॉज दैट सीरीज थिंग, और यहाँ से कहीं पे जो आपका एक पॉलिटिकल स्टेटमेंट भी जो था वो आपने इसमें जो जोड़ा था वो बहुत काफ़ी लोगों से कनेक्ट भी हुआ था। Was there always that political side of yours?
I don't have an ounce of a political side. But which political side are you talking here?
All के भाई जो भी happenings हो रहे थे उसमें everything, that series of entire ads started.
No, there was nothing political about it. It was all about normal social issues. जब ब्रांड का नाम आइडिया होता है तो एड में एक तो एड में इतना एक बड़ा आइडिया होना मांगता है, क्योंकि नहीं तो व्हाट कैन आइडिया डू with a name like idea which Airtel cannot do, Vodafone cannot do. So that was our starting point. जो मुझे लगा कि हर एड में एक बड़ा आइडिया होना चाहिए, और बड़ा आइडिया सिर्फ टेलीकॉम का आइडिया नहीं होना चाहिए, कुछ और सोशल आइडिया होना चाहिए। तो पहला आइडिया एड था इसका कास्ट वॉर। जब अगर सब लोगों के पास नाम नहीं हो तो पर सिर्फ नंबर हो तो किसी को पता नहीं चलेगा कि कौन किस कास्ट में है, कौन किसका क्या, कौन किसका कास्ट क्या है, किसको पता चलेगा। सो आई थॉट दैट वाज अ गुड थिंग टू डू। सेम थिंग एजुकेशन ऑल्सो। ये बिफोर 3G, बिफोर टुडे वी ऑल डू काइंड ऑफ जूम कॉल्स एंड एवरीथिंग। दोज डेज वाज ओनली 2G। ओनली एक कॉल ही कर सकते थे, मैसेज भी बहुत मुश्किल से जाता था। उस टाइम पे हमने वो एजुकेशन ऐड किया था, क्योंकि हम सब हम सबको लगता है कि इंडिया में काफ़ी अच्छे स्कूल्स नहीं हैं, टीचर्स नहीं हैं। तो मुझे लगा कि अगर country mein, if the state has, city has one school, why can't all people benefit from that one school? Why should only the children who is going to the school benefit? अगर एक phone होता तो सब लोग सुन सकते हैं ना, वही lessons, वही subjects. So we just thought an idea for education for all. Like that, each idea came up for idea.
Everyone was like, that's fabulous. But इसके बाद 6 साल सर, 6 साल क्यों लग गए? पा के बाद people are waiting, एक फिल्म जल्दी आएगी, दूसरी आएगी। 6 years I think you took for Shamitabh.
मैं actually very lazy आदमी हूँ, क्यों
I think सब creative आदमी यही।
नहीं, मैं और भी lazy हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे फिल्म देखना बहुत अच्छा लगता है। फिर एक फिल्म बनाने में almost you lose a lot of years in life, and it's just a struggle. एक भी anybody who says filmmaking is such an enjoyable business is lying through his whatever, or it's rubbish. It's a laborious process, and वो labor के लिए actually हमको we have to be masochists. अगर एक idea हो जिसके लिए हम वो that labor we can go through, then it is worth it. Otherwise, I don't feel filmmaking is worth it. Just for the sake of making films, I can't. I don't know. I don't have that thing with me. That's why I take little time to kind of make films, unless an idea. It's not so much the time till I feel an idea is there to make a film on, or worth making a film on. I don't do the film.
तो शमिताभ का आइडिया आपको बच्चन साहब के बर्थडे पे आया था कुछ?
हाँ, आया था, क्योंकि मैं उस दिन मेरे पास गाड़ी नहीं था, मैं टैक्सी में जा रहा था फॉर हिज बर्थडे, और उनके लिए गिफ्ट क्या लेके जाऊं उनके लिए? फ्लावर्स, हाउ कैन आई गो एंड गिव अमिताभ बच्चन फ्लावर्स? और वो शराब तो नहीं पीते, तो शैम्पेन बॉटल वेस्ट है उनके लिए, तो क्या दूं उनके लिए? इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू गेट अ गिफ्ट फॉर अमिताभ बच्चन। सबसे मुश्किल चीज़ है वो है, एंड वो उनका पोर्ट्रेट या उनका पोस्टर कुछ बना के वो सब मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ कि कैसे करूँ, क्या करूँ। तो मैं सोच के जा रहा था। बहुत ट्रैफिक जैम था वो बांद्रा में, जूहू बीच पे, और सडनली एक आइडिया आया कि मैं तो उनके लिए एक ही गिफ्ट दे सकता हूँ, एक स्क्रिप्ट का आइडिया, चलो सोचते हैं। उधर से फ्रॉम जुहू बीच टू हिज हाउस इज ऑल द टाइम आई हैड। बहुत लकी था कि there was that phenomenal traffic jam. 1 घंटा लगा from Juhu Beach to जलसा और जाने के लिए, और I got this idea. I said, अरे अमिताभ बच्चन का विट को हमने सेलिब्रेट किया, अमिताभ बच्चन को sarcasm को सेलिब्रेट किया। भी it was my fantasy of how would Amitabh Bachchan be as a child, not any child. I'm not worried about children. I'm worried about Amitabh Bachchan as a child. वैसे ही बोला, okay, voice. Why haven't we celebrated his voice? अभी हम वी टेक इट फॉर ग्रांटेड ना, अमिताभ बच्चन की आवाज़ अमिताभ बच्चन के चेहरे पे, वी यूज्ड टू सीइंग इट. तो मुझे लगा कि वो आवाज़ वहाँ से लेके किसी और के चेहरे पे डालूंगा तो वो आवाज़ फिर से बैम, ओके आइडिया. आई वेंट देयर फुल enthusiasm and I superb. All people giving him flowers and all, flowers. Go slowly. Amaji, 1 minute. I have to give you a gift. So what? Come here, quietly. So corner में. Idea है. This is a story. 2 lines I told him. Your voice and somebody else's thing. You're the failed actor, and you're the singer. He said, when are we doing it? When are we doing it? Happy birthday. Bye. That's how it happened actually, that particular stuff. And then there was a long journey after that.
उस जर्नी के पहले सर कितनी सच्चाई है इस बात में कि अमित जी के साथ शाहरुख खान भी इस फिल्म में होने वाले थे?
Of course, it was 100%.
प्लीज कुछ बताइए, मतलब अमित जी इज वॉइस फॉर शाहरुख खान.
We're all very excited doing it, so Shahrukh and everything else. Sometimes these things don't work, I mean, for a variety of reasons. We discussed it for many months, wrote it. Actually, the script was quite different from what it was in the end, but it was written very differently for the two of them. That it didn't happen was bad luck, and for very good reasons it didn't happen. But yeah, it was started off.
And Dhanush, I mean, super, one of his finest performance. How was it working with Dhanush?
Dhanush के बारे में क्या बताऊँ मैं? I think he's just not a great actor. He's a great filmmaker. He's a complete film person. जब भी मैं स्क्रीन प्ले या फिल्म्स के बारे में सोचता हूँ, एक ही डायरेक्टर के बारे में सोचता हूँ मैं, एंड वो है धनुष. क्योंकि उनका एक फिल्म था, वो बहुत सारे स्क्रिप्ट्स लिखे हैं, किसी को पता नहीं है, और बहुत लोगों को क्रेडिट मिला है उन स्क्रिप्ट्स में, पर उन्होंने लिखा है स्क्रिप्ट्स, और and few films he's ghost directed also, that also I know.
Okay.
But unka actual direction was that Power Pandi. It was a completely commercial film, so beautifully done. And from that time, and I also know a few other films that he's done after that, which he's not put his name on it, but he's a completely fantastic filmmaker. So Dhanush के साथ जब मैं काम करता था, it was not like an actor and filmmaker. It was like two people who know film actually to kind of talking to each other. It's very simple. And Dhanush was a master actor because I defy anybody to have Amitabh Bachchan's voice and not behave like Amitabh Bachchan.
बहुत बड़ी बात.
It's damn difficult. And ये पहला फिल्म है जो हमने पहला डब किया है. हमने डबिंग पहले करके फिर शूटिंग किया है. So full film we dubbed with Amitabh Bachchan, and then we made Dhanush act to Amitabh Bachchan's voice. So Dhanush के लिए वो बहुत मुश्किल था to behave like Dhanush but talking like Amitabh. Having to sync Amitabh Bachchan. It's a nightmare of a process. But it was a challenging kind of thing. Only an actor of Dhanush's caliber can do it.
You know, Shamitabh is also known for the 1000th film of the Maestro Ilayaraja sir. अगेन आज देखे उन्हें तो आपके तीनों फिल्मों में उनका जो म्यूज़िक रहा है बहुत कमाल का म्यूज़िक रहा है. हाउ वॉज दैट एसोसिएशन? यू स्टार्टेड चीनी कम में, आपने उनकी कुछ पुरानी ट्यून्स को रीयूज़ किया था.
या मैं हमेशा बोलता था कि राजा सर को भी बोलता था कि आप म्यूज़िक कंपोज ही मत कीजिए, आपका सब ट्यून दे दीजिए. जिंदगी भर एवरीबडी इन हिंदी सिनेमा कैन यूज़ इट फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ देयर लाइव्स एंड स्टिल इट वोंट बी एग्जॉस्टेड. उतने सारे ट्यून्स हैं, सिर्फ गाने में नहीं, उनके बैकग्राउंड स्कोर में भी इतने सारे ट्यून्स हैं कि सब लोग यूज़ करते थे. हर बैकग्राउंड स्कोर में, हर सीन का बैकग्राउंड स्कोर में एक मेलोडी है उनके म्यूज़िक में, और वो मेलोडी एक गाना बन सकता है. And that's the kind of genius he is, and he to me is music. I've grown up with his music, so I was very fortunate to kind of work with Raja sir.
But that music launch, we as a fan were so excited because 3 superstars एक साथ थे. I mean 4 people. I mean let's say Amit ji, Rajnikant, Kamal Hassan, and Sridevi, all 4 on the same this thing stage.
See, again, I think when you have like I keep saying, Zora Sehgal intimidates Amitabh Bachchan. I think Raja sir intimidates all 4. Okay, any superstar, Raja sir will kind of. You cannot say no to Raja sir. All of them were busy. Of course, Rajni sir was busy somewhere. Kamal was busy. Kamal was busy somewhere, and all of them were saying, "I'll try and make it." And I said, "It's Raja sir's 1000th film, and you just be there." All I said is Raja sir's 1000th. All of them just did something, worked it out, and they came. It was so. We didn't have to push them. I didn't call them 3 months before because ये event ही एक हफ्ते पहले plan हुआ था. So no time for anybody, and everybody just made it a point to be there. That's their love for Raja sir, because I think a lot of them kind of would not be such big stars without Rajesh sir's music, and that's the kind of music he's given them. He's made people. He's made films.
Of course. The next ad break, if we talk about, and that's the ad with Rajesh Khanna sir. Sir, one of his last work ही कह सकते हैं.
His last work.
कैसा था वो entire experience? I mean, looking also, you know, that thing, but कहीं पे वो एक fans वाला last line when also he says कि मेरे fans मेरे साथ हमेशा है. That was something goosebumps वाला पूरा चीज़ था.
जब मैंने ये ad सोचा था Havels के लिए, Havels asked me, Rajesh Khanna, you're sure? I said, yeah, because I don't think anybody had as many fans as he did. And I don't think anybody lost also as many fans as he did. So I think, let me go meet Rajesh Khanna. What happened? जब मैं राजेश खन्ना को पहली बार उनके बंगलों पे मिली, मुझे अब भी याद है. He was not this unwell because the ad took 3-4 months to make after that. I mean, by the time we shot it. He was okay. He was ill. But मैंने उनको script सुनाया और I said, sir, I hope you know that it's a joke on you. He looked at me. He said, tell me the script again. Babu Mashai, you can take over. I said, I read the whole thing to him. I said, sir, I'm making fun of you. Okay? He looked at me. He says, Balki, you think I would have been such a big superstar if I didn't have a sense of humor? I mean, that was his line. It was a joke on him and we were having a ball together. And I remember he said 3 days before the shoot, I mean, he was like very ill. He was in hospital. He called me. I mean, he made one of his people call and he kept the phone and he was in bed. He was on drips and everything else. And he told me, so I said, you can't shoot now. So we'll do the shoot after whenever you're, Balki, I'm coming. Khatam. In 3 days, there was he made sure he had an air ambulance. It was shot in Bangalore. For some reason, why, I don't remember clearly why we shot in Bangalore. Shot it in Bangalore. He came straight from the airport. He went to the room. He said, Balki, mujhe rehearsal karna hai. I said, kya rehearsal karenge aap? I went to his room. There was a guy holding the drip bottle. There was another guy holding some of the stand. Drip bottle is there and he's trying to dance in the room. Okay, I had tears in my eyes. He said, tomorrow morning, I'm on. He came on the set. He was every day he was deteriorating. He came on the set. There were people holding the drips. I said, I can't remove the drips. How do I take him on the set? He said, drips. He took out the drips like that. He came like that in this thing. He said, come on, action. He did the whole thing, turned around, did the dialogue, everything else, went, put the drips back. Chalo. Ek aur karte hain. Came back again. He did the same thing. We shot that ad in about 1.5 hours it took to do that. And he came and said, sorry, I would have liked one more take, but I know, can't do it. And he went back to his van. And that was I don't think he saw the ad when it was done finally, because I think he passed away very soon after that. And I didn't know that he was so close to going away on that particular day, but he made sure that he came and enjoyed himself. And that was, to me, a truly, truly touching experience.
You know, these were the ये लोग होते थे सर, ये सिनेमा स्पेशल लोग. और एक और स्पेशल पर्सन जिनके साथ भी आपने एज अ फिल्म आपने प्रोड्यूस की थी वो फिल्म इंग्लिश टू इंग्लिश, एंड बहुत ही आई थिंक श्रीदेवी मैम की अगर हम कभी भी बात करें इस फिल्म को हम ले ही नहीं सकते. यू इट्स लाइक यहाँ पे भी होना चाहिए था इंट्रोड्यूसिंग श्रीदेवी. यू नो दिस इज व्हाट होना चाहिए था बिकॉज शी वाज अगेन इंट्रोड्यूस्ड.
Sridevi, I can't even say. She should, like, there is the Amitabh Bachchan, there is the Sridevi, and there is, I don't think you can define these people any other way but by their names.
But ये shot आप ही का idea होगा to getting Bachchan साहब in the.
I insisted I had produced the film only if this was there. But of course, no, it's done. I think that the scene was hilarious. And Amitji just came and did it like that. But Sridevi, ये English का भी बहुत एक lovely story है. You know, Gauri, when she was writing English and we were sitting, nobody was willing to kind of produce it at that point in time because it was going to be shot in the US. One, female lead, and they said, how can you have a film with a female lead and spend so much? Means spend so much means that also they thought was too much spending in the US at that point in time. And I said, what do you mean by female lead? I don't understand this word female lead. I mean, there's a person, there's an actor, it's a lovely film. You want to like the film, what's the problem? No, chalta nahi hai, it won't recover. So then we decided by accident, thank God I met Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, and then it happened. But English happened very differently. Sridevi had, first time I spoke to Shri was after Pa. Pa ke baad Shri ne mujhe phone ki thi. And she said, Balki, I love it so much. I really loved it. First time I've heard her voice on the phone live. And I said, thank you, Shri, thank you so much. Boni was, I just got to know Boni at that point of time. And she said, we must meet and let's talk. I said, yeah, we never spoke after that. Then एक idea आया था बीच में, and I had gone to Chennai, और कुछ हुआ था और वो idea नहीं हो पाया, and I had gone to Shri's house with Boni to say the idea will not happen, वो film नहीं हो सकता है, वो उसके लिए गया था. She had prepared all this food and everything else, and I said, at that point in time, Gauri was writing English, no casting was finalized, nothing, she was just writing it. She does film very differently from I do. I write 4 actors, she writes the film first and then cast. So I'm different. So I go to Shri and I said, I don't know how to tell Shri. All the beautiful South Indian food was there. Shri, I'm very hungry and all the stuff I was eating. And I said, Shri, that's not going to happen. This thing, something happened. That person doesn't want to do it now. And I'm very busy. I think Gauri is doing a film. I have to give 1 year of my life to that particular film because nobody else is willing to produce it and we have to do it ourselves. And I have no experience in production. पहली बार मैं कर रहा हूँ तो मेरा पूरा वक्त उधर जाएगा तो I can't do anything right now. So silence. I didn't have the guts to look up at her. मैं श्रीदेवी के घर जाके उनके खाना खा के उनको बोल रहा हूँ नहीं कर सकता हूँ ये पिक्चर क्योंकि मैं बीवी का पिक्चर कर रहा हूँ और उनका प्रोड्यूस करने वाला हूँ तो सॉरी कौन बोलेगा श्रीदेवी को and she's coming back to acting. Nothing, silence. I was eating, Boni understood, and I was eating some pongal or something. Suddenly, I hear a voice saying, so, what is the film? I said, which film? The wife's film you're producing. I don't know, it's a small film. What is the film? She said, no, it's about a housewife who makes laddus and does not know how to speak English. And now she goes to the US and she she learns English and teaches them all a lesson in life. Like that, I just said something very short. And I never had the guts to look up. And suddenly, I heard a sniffle. Okay, जब मैं आँख उठा के देखा, she had tears in her eyes. I just looked up at her and Gauri had not imagined Sridevi would be back to acting, so we had not even thought of Sridevi. And this was about, I was a fan of Sridevi, Gauri was saying, okay, you are a fan of Sridevi, you're doing something else in this thing, so fine. So she had never thought of Sridevi. So I looked at Shri and I said, Shri, nothing I said. I went out of the house and she must have given up on me. I don't think she would have ever spoken to me after that. She just looked up, I said bye, गया घर से बाहर निकलते ही गौरी को फोन किया. You have to call Shri. This is her number. She is the role. She is your Shashi in your life. There's no other Shashi because this is her. This film is all about her. She will empathize with film more than anybody else. And Gauri is saying, oh no, I never thought of how she's coming back. She'll agree or what. I don't know. I said, I don't know all that. Just go meet her. So next day, she came back to Chennai from Chennai to Bombay. 3 दिन में आई. And I fixed up this meeting and Gauri went to meet Shri. And I stayed for 10 minutes politely because having known Shri. And politely, after 10 minutes, just 10 minutes it took for them to fall in love with each other. I was thrown out completely. So I said, तुम भागो इधर से. मैं गया, उसके बाद English हुआ. This is what happened to Sridevi. This is how English was done. Just by one accidental meeting with Shri and Gauri meeting Shri for 10 minutes. And it was a love story. Till the end.
एक और तस्वीर आपको दिखाएंगे क्योंकि जो एक सपना आपने देखा था शमिताभ के वक्त वो तभी तो पूरा नहीं हुआ था. दैट इज गेटिंग अमिताभ बच्चन एंड शाहरुख खान टुगेदर. एंड उसके बाद जो अभी हाल ही में हुआ है जो एवरेस्ट एड व्हिच यू गाइस डिड, सर प्लीज कुछ शेयर कीजिए उसके बारे में.
एवरेस्ट एड वाज क्वाइट सिंपल. आई मीन एवरेस्ट क्लाइंट्स केम टू अस एंड दे सेड अमित जी एक ब्रांड के लिए हमने अमित जी को साइन किया. Or we are also thinking of signing Shahrukh for another brand of ours. They have many brands. तो मैंने बोला अमित जी के साथ एक ऐड लिखना है और बनाना है और शाहरुख के साथ दूसरा ऐड बनाना है. हाँ, शाहरुख अभी नहीं साइन हुआ, तो अमित जी के साथ एक पहले करते हैं क्योंकि ही इज ऑलरेडी अ ब्रांड एम्बेसडर. सो आई स्टॉप देम एंड आई सेड ऐसा मत कीजिए, यू विल हैव द बिगेस्ट ad in the world. You just wait, get them both together in one ad. They've never appeared in an ad together. He said, we can do that. I said, of course, why can't you do it? You're paying them. Why can't you get both of them together? What's the problem in life? He said, what? And that's Sanjeev bhai is a fantastic, he's a very visionary man. And he said, chalo karte hain, chalo, let's do it. Or idea batao. So then Rahul and I, my friend Rahul, and I were sitting. Then Rahul came up with this idea of, अरे when we have good food now you want to go home early. I said चलो घर बुला है जल्दी आते हैं करते हैं उसको. Then I wrote the scripts quickly for let's make them with Amit ji and Shahrukh and do that stuff. And it was so simple. I never met both of them. I just called them on the phone only. Both the scripts were narrated in 10 minutes. Both of them loved it and they said fantastic. Shahrukh had the one little point. Amit ji has one little point. They met on the day of the shoot. We all met on the day of the shoot. It was so simple. And Shahrukh was saying, just Balki, make sure that I am there 10 minutes before Amit ji. You hold him up wherever. I have to reach 10 minutes before Amit ji, whatever happens. And Shahrukh was very clear. Normally Shahrukh says, I prefer to shoot. No, Amit ji, if Amit ji is coming at 7:30 in the morning also, I'll come back. No problem, no issue. But don't inconvenience him, don't. I said, no, Shahrukh, what is your this thing? He said, 1 o'clock is fine. If it's okay, 1 o'clock. Otherwise, 7:30 is also fine. I told Amit ji, actually, he doesn't know. Amit ji also prefers it 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever this thing. I said, Shahrukh, 2 o'clock, let's start. Fantastic. So I'll be at 1:50. Shahrukh was there half an hour before Amit ji. He was ready before Amit ji kind of came in. He was out there and they were like, you know, दो बच्चे होते हैं ना बहुत सालों के बाद मिले हैं. Both of them were cracking jokes, having that, and each one was directing the other. And you know, Shahrukh was trying to tell him something. So it was like one old school reunion, na, ऐसा होता है just say. So they had a ball together. They get along famously together. So it was just like the funnest day I've had in an ad shoot was that particular day. We shot for 12 hours. Normally managers आते हैं ना कि 8 घंटा हो गया. एक छू छा नहीं हुआ. We shot for 11-12 hours with both of them. And this was such a happy shoot.
But I would say thank you for again engaging all of us with all your wonderful movies. And please, अब sir, थोड़ा laziness कम और फटाफट फिल्में.
I'll tell Gauri, she's been very lazy. She'll do the next one.